Overstaying your visa. You have a transient visa, you have a visit visa, you have a pretty much any type of visa. Now, this is not a visa for, say, a green card or something like that. This is only for like a tourist visa and a transient visa, transit visa, right? Transit visa typically is 20 hours. You have 20 hours layover in whatever city in the United States. And tourist visa is usually some people have like a 10-year visa, so they'll get like multiple entry 10-year visa. What that means is they can stay in the states for at least 6 months, and then they have to leave. And then let's say they go to Canada, right, and then they can come back the next day or something. But if they have a 10-year visa and they overstay it, their visa is expired. They stay in the country. So these are the type of things that can hinder you, and hinder you getting stuff done. First thing, of course, is travel. So traveling anywhere in the United States, you can't do it without having some sort of identification and your passport. If you have your passport and it has a um, a visa that's expired, you're going to be in big trouble. Now, if you want to even let's break it down. Let's talk about the travel, right? Train. If you travel by train, you need an ID. On the ID, if it says if you have a foreign passport or you have an ID, it should say, obviously if it's a state ID or whatever, they're going to check it. A lot of times they scan it. They scan the system. Maybe it's flagged or whatever. But if it's your passport, definitely they're going to look and see, do you have a visa? Is it expired? If they're doing their job anyway. Obviously, it goes without saying, but if you fly on a plane, definitely they're going to check who you are. If you're and overstayed your visa, have you done anything like that? And for a rental car, if you rent a car, you have to be at least 25 years old. You have to have a credit card or something deposit, a large amount of money, say $500 to rent the car. Now, obviously, you can go to someone and do a cash deal, but to register the car, if you have, you have to buy your own car, register it. There's a lot of things involved in that. Okay. Now, staying in a place, say you have a house or an apartment, staying anywhere, you need an ID. You need an ID. You need a background check to get a apartment. To purchase a house, you have to have at least 3 years of tax statements, and so that means, again, that's the same thing. You need an ID. To get to rent a hotel, they usually take the credit card, or if they, or some hotels only take cash only, but there's not very many of those left. Or Airbnb, obviously you need a card or a way to pay for it, and obviously rent a house is the same thing. Now let's talk about money or job. To get a job in the United States, now obviously you can get like a cash only job, let's say, and you have to be really worrying about um, if you have stability there, because they can just pay you whatever, right? Because they don't have to. You're illegal, right? Let's say, and you don't have a visa. You've expired your visa. So getting a job, you can't get a job, a legitimate job, if you overstayed your visa, or get money for that matter. You can't fly anywhere, obviously. Like I said, you definitely can't get a bank card or a credit card from a bank in the United States with an expired visa, because they're going to look through that. So the thing to take away from this is, when you're here in the states, if you come here on a transit visa, you come here on a temporary visa. Let's say maybe it's 30 days or whatever it is. Maybe it's a J1 visa, something like that, where you're here 3 months and then you go back to your home country, because that's a school visa, university visa. Just do it the right way. You know, don't fall into another person's words to say, okay, you can do it. They'll help you. Sure, they'll help you, right? They'll take advantage of you. They educate. They'll. What is it? A fool. There's a fool that leads with money and a fool that gets money. So the thing you have to do is educate yourself. Educate yourself and find out what your options are. Thank you.